Please welcome Queen Amina Blackwood Meeks, 15 consecutive years gracing the stages of Gimistory, Cayman Islands. Welcome, Amina.
Thank you very much, Lorna. Now you all know my age. How you all doing? You doing fine? I hope you're all at least half as nicely dressed as I am. You see, everybody know that when you're going to meet Duppy, talk about Duppy, you're supposed to dress nicely. If you start at the bottom, you're supposed to make sure say your shoes left and right. And if you don't have two different color socks, you're supposed to make sure say one roll up and one roll down. And then you have to make sure say you have a pin. Some wearing what you're wearing. Pin any Duppy, them can't come near you. And if you doubt yourself, everybody knows say you're supposed to at least have on one little piece of red, right? So check yourself, because if you don't have any of that, you want to Duppy them tonight. And then everybody's supposed to know say, one of the best things to have when you're going to meet Duppy is that you're going to guess some riddles, right? You know how you guess the riddle? I am going to say, wriggle me this. No, ma'am, I did not say riddle me. I said wriggle. Wriggle me this, wriggle me that. Guess me this, wriggle, and perhaps not. And then I guess the wriggle and you answer. You ready? Yeah. Wriggle me this, wriggle me that. Guess me this, wriggle, and perhaps not. What is the coldest part of a man? Not that, but you're thinking. Him head. That's why I need to wear a hat. All right, come again. Wriggle me this, wriggle me that. Guess me this, wriggle, and perhaps not. Going to town, coming from town, my face turn to town. I wanna come from. Them say the answer is tree. For the tree don't have no back or front. But Louis, I know say the answer is a dwen. Anybody know what a dwen is? Them a follow you home tonight. Them is going to lead you astray. Because a dwen is the baby who dead before him could be baptized. So him head, him body, the whole of him mix up. So him foot turn one way and him head turn the other way. And you better know which part you going. Everybody's supposed to know that. Just like how everybody's supposed to know that midnight and Duppy is like bench and batty. Them is very attracted to one another. Everybody had to know. Everybody had to know. Everybody had to know. Them sing that song about 250 times that September morning. In 250 different locations. At 250 different memorial services. And I believe them singing it right now. For Nelson, Madiba, Rohilila, Nelson. So would the church stand with me, please? I know I asked the church to stand. He's the lily of the valley. He's as bright as morning star. He's the fairest of 10,000. Everybody ought to know. Thank you, church. Be seated. Everybody ought to know. Some people don't know. Some people don't know. Some people don't know who Jesus is. Everybody's supposed to know that once upon a time, the most convenient way to get from point A to point B in Jamaica was to go by train. Jamaicans, you know that? And teachers have a way so you can remember the 26 train stations. The train stations from Kingston to Montego Bay are Kingston, Gregory Park, Spanish Town, May, Penn, Four Parts, Kendall. By the time you reach Kendall, teacher alone has said the rest of it. You depend. Hapad up, hapad up, hapad up, hapad up, hapad up, till you reach the 4 train stations to Montego Bay. Mount Pelia, Catadupa, Ipswich, and the whole class ball out. Montego Bay! Well, one time, the St. Anne Roman Catholic Church, 1957, one bright September Sunday morning, had an excursion from Kingston to Montego Bay. 1,600 people pile up into the train that was built to take 900. When them reached Spanish Town, a lady begged the driver to stop the train because she said it come into her like say a particular kind of heat coming up to the bottom of the train and I full up the train. And everybody knows say when dopey they bout, the place get hot. Everybody had to know. Everybody had to, but some people don't. Everybody had to know. And she take away herself. She and her husband come off of the train. And everybody else laugh after her. For them reach Montego Bay and them had a grand time and nothing bad don't happen. So the excursion finished now. Late at night. And them a go back to Kingston. And you know it had some wicked teachers who make you officer the train stations back ways. Who remember that? The train stations from Montego Bay to Kingston are Montego Bay, Mount Pelia, Catadupa, Ipswich. And when them a come back now, them a guess wriggle. They pass the time. Wriggle me this, wriggle me that. Guess me this, wriggle and perhaps not. What a policeman and a train have in common. How that go, ma'am? Them go from station to station. Clapper. You will get an extra piece of fish. So them a come back, man, and them a guess all kind of wriggle. And when them reach Ipswich, some unruly boy board the train. And a woman ball out say, the hair pan her neck back stand up. Now you supposed to know say when bad spirit they round, the hair pan your neck back stand up. Everybody had to know. Everybody had to know. Everybody had to know. But everybody never know. And the unruly boy them now start walk through the train and demands what people have. And a man take them on. Him say you can get anything I have if you guess the hardest wriggle I have to guess you. And him guess, man. Wriggle me this, wriggle me that, guess me this, wriggle and perhaps not. Whole England dead and never rotten. Whole England dead and never rotten. I think I hear the answer. Buckle, man. Broken buckle. And him take out him buckle, Jerry and nephew. And him broke it right there so in at the train. Now, everybody supposed to know, say, when you broke a buckle of J. Ray and nephew, you are called on dopey by yourself. Everybody had to know. Everybody had to know. Everybody had to know. And a piece of fight broke out on the train. Me hear say blood start shed and people catch them freed. Remember, you know, it's a Catholic excursion. People catch them freed, no man, and them start call down for Hail Mary. But it was 11:45 and Hailey Mary gone her bed. She's not coming down. For no unruly hooligan. And she just turned over and draw up the blanket and shut her eye. Me hear say, at that time commotion take over the train, man. Whole heap of commotion. And the train driver decide say, the best thing him can do is to make case reach Kingston and make them go in yard. And him put on a piece of speed on the train, man. Hoppad up, hoppad up, hoppad up, hoppad up, hoppad up, hoppad up. And him see the Kendall train station in the distance. The people them at Kendall say, them hungry here when the train make three hell of a sound. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And if you never know or learn now, say 3 is the number of dopey. Everybody had to know. Everybody had to know. Everybody had to know who Jesus is. But some people don't know. And when the train ball out the tree, whoop, 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 the people them at Kendall wake up and them say them hear like piece of the hillside tear down and them hear all kind of bragadaps and them haul on them clothes and all who was a beard haul on piece of towel and them run out there now figure see what a happen. Them see the 12 coaches of the train broke up, some down a precipice, top of one another, and them also see people who never come for help. Tell me this. Wriggle me this, wriggle me that. Guess me this, wriggle and perhaps not. A plane going from Kingston to Negril and crash near Ocho Rios. Where you going to bury the survivors? You too bright for your little self. You do not bury survivors. Where I come from, you rob them. So them start to walk through the wreckage, man. And them a rob people. Them take out them wallet. Them take off them ears ring. Them take off them chain. And when them go to take off a man's shoes, the man say, hold on a little bit now. Me not dead yet. Hear the robber. Then hurry up now, you think we have all night? 250 dopey make that night. Me hear say some of them was unrecognizable. Mash up bad, them couldn't move them. Them had to bury them right there so into a mass grave. And people who live at Kendall say sometimes them pass and them hear like people at guest wriggle. Going to town, coming from town, me fear still turn to town. As a result of which, them wouldn't take any train from the Kendall train station. Them used to take taxi. It had a taxi driver now who decides, say, for him taxi, only go and carry pretty gal. Hey, hey. So one night close to midnight, man, him pick up 2 pretty gal. And as him pick up the 2 pretty gal, them and them sit down in the taxi and shut the door, them start to guess wriggle. And everybody had to know. Everybody had to know. Everybody had to know. I don't know where that taxi man come from. For him never hear the wriggle guessing story. Here a pretty gal. Wriggle me this, wriggle me that, guess me this wriggle and perhaps not. I can see myself into it, but you can't touch me or take me out of it. Taxi man thinking bright man. In guess mirror. Them having a good time. When the two pretty girl them reach where them are gone out, hear them to him. Wriggle me this, wriggle me that. Guess me this, wriggle and perhaps not. I have one. It follow me everywhere I go, but you cannot see it. Well, that taxi man should have been paying attention. For him would have say, none of the two girls them no have no shadow. So them say, let me out here, so. Make we go inside and go bring your taxi fare come. And the man wait. And him wait. 60 seconds make 1 minute. 60 minutes make 1 hour. 24 hours make a day. 7 days make a week. 4 weeks make a month. How much second in that? A hunger 2 seconds, the second and the 20 seconds. But it come into him like he was waiting for a whole year. And him start to blow him hand, man, and go on bad. And a nice little lady come out and say, sir, what is the matter? May I help you? Him say, yes. Tell them two Jezebel girl there. If you bring me fear, come give me. She say, which two Jezebel girls are? And him describe how them pretty man. Here are. Oh my. Them two girls still doing that thing? Them don't live here, you know, sir. And it don't make sense I tell you which part them live. Because I don't believe you is going to go down there. Them two girls are, and my two daughters, them dead. In a Kendall crash. 2 years now. Me hear say the man faint at the same time. I don't know how long it take them to revive him. But I get to understand, say, when him revive him, say, wriggle me this, wriggle me that, guess me this, wriggle and perhaps not. Which 2 letters in the alphabet never sick? Okay. And everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know. Everybody ought to know.
And now we